How's it going, guys? Pat's here again. Just driving around doing some jobs today. Some time to roll some things up in the good old noggin. Started contemplating the idea of patience and what patience actually means for us on a daily basis. And I don't really think we often completely understand what patience really is. You know, sure, the old cliche is patience is a virtue. We know it's supposed to be a virtuous thing. We know we're supposed to be patient. But I don't really think we understand the true value and meaning of patience itself. So what do we think patience actually means? Is it waiting? Is it being calm? Is it being still to the point that we're almost too relaxed? And here's a good one. If I were to ask you, what is patience? Would you have the ability to define or describe that patience to me without citing examples of patience? Whether that be a story from the Bible or a news article or a news story or a conversation with friends or what have you. Could you define patience in definition terms alone? And I couldn't. I asked myself the same question. I couldn't do it. So I had to take some time and kind of go research the idea of patience. And I stumbled across a website on ChristianToday.com. And it just started with a Google search. Points about patience. Wanted to see what would turn up. And I found probably the most astonishing understanding of patience that I believe I've ever heard, read, or come across. Started by saying that patience is waiting without complaint. That alone kind of got my attention. You know, we often think, I'm being patient, I'm waiting for somebody. Whether you're waiting for a friend at the airport, you're stuck in a hospital waiting room, you're waiting for your boss in a meeting, you're being patient, right? But most of the time, according to that definition, we're probably not being patient whatsoever. Because we all know good and well in the back of our head, we're probably saying some things or got some emotions rolling around. Man, I wish he would hurry up. Man, where is my father? He's supposed to be here 20 minutes ago at the airport. Or, my friend was supposed to be here to shoot pool with me half an hour ago. Whatever. But that usually entails some sort of complaint on our part, whether it's internal or we're vocalizing it. That automatically nullifies our moment of patience. But it got better. The definition expounded on the principle of waiting without complaint. And it said, if patience is a virtue, obviously there needs to be something virtuous about it. Anybody can sit and not complain, right? Not that we're very good at it, but anybody could. That's not a virtuous thing. That's a common concept. So to make it virtuous, there needs to be one extra step. And this is where the website got a little tricky. Kind of slapped myself in the face. So they expanded on the definition. Said, patience. This is good. Patience is waiting without complaint with discomfort. It's like, man, you've got to be kidding me. You're telling me that to be patient, I got to be dealing with something? The answer is yes. Anybody can sit still. Anybody can keep their mouth shut. But a true definition of patience revolves something is going on. I'm dealing with something. There's some turmoil, and it did not expand on what that turmoil meant. So it's not like you got to have some major life crisis. You just got to be dealing with something that makes the fact that you're being patient and waiting that much more magical. So, in Christian today's definition of patience is waiting without complaint while experiencing discomfort. So, I challenge you. Think about your daily actions. Think about what you're saying to each other, which can reference the first video I started on this project, saying words are connectors. Be cognitive of what you say to people, but also pay attention to what you're saying to yourself. Think about how you're expressing your thoughts, and when you think you're being patient, take a step back and think about if you actually are being patient. Because even if you can't realize your moment of discomfort, that's okay. I don't want you to always have discomfort, but take a step back and look at what you're going through in that particular moment and see if your so-called patience would be considered virtuous by anybody looking in on your situation. And that is where today's target should go for you. Low stress, high patience, calming effects. Stay positive, keep thinking, move forward. And that is your positivity for today.